Hey everyone, I'm Mike. Welcome to my garage. If you made it through episode 1, I'm astonished and grateful, and you were probably also hoping that I would just shut the fuck up and show you the car. So let's do that. In 2018, I decided I wanted another Corolla. I had one a number of years before, but it was an absolute turd and I hated it, yet somehow missed it horribly. I spotted this one on Craigslist up in the Auburn area. It had a completely smashed passenger quarter panel. I lowballed the guy, sorry dude. He accepted. My son and I jumped in our minivan, mobbed up there, grabbed a trailer, and hauled the thing back home. So let's take a quick look at this thing and talk about what I've done to date. This is the corner that was smashed when I got it. I drove it around like that for a couple years until a friend by the name of Jeff Wolfson donated a quarter panel off his shell he was scrapping. Shout out Jeff, thank you so much. The engine bay is pretty much stock and it's pretty much going to stay that way. I'm going to add a couple things to it just for safety. Radiator is coming, E-fan's coming. Already put an oil cooler on there, thermostatically controlled of course. I have dreams of doing ITBs just like everybody else, but that's way in the future. First thing I did was put the PBM coilovers on there and the T3 roll center correctors. I'm not super sure about the PBMs, honestly. I don't know, there's something up with the damping or something, it's just not quite right. They're 8Ks in the front and 6Ks in the rear, but it just feels super rigid. Lengthened the lower control arms by 25 millimeters and did a manual rack swap. Oh, and power steering knuckles. The rear is all PBM also. I gotta say, these lengths are way overkill for this little car. Their center portion is aluminum, so they're not crazy heavy, but I mean, good grief. PBM coilovers, again, these are 6K, but they just feel super rigid. I also spent a fair amount of time on the third member. Rather than bolting on geometry correctors, I went ahead and fabbed drop brackets for everything. My little cutie pie 13-inch wheels. I'm a big fan of tiny wheels and I love SSR Mark IIs. Inside the car, I was super excited to find an uncracked dash underneath an old dash cover when we picked up the car. Not so excited about the obligatory reps. We'll do something about that in the future. This is my favorite part about the interior. This is a Belmu steering wheel I got from Max Perez of Illegal Garage fame. Thanks so much, man. Every time I get behind this wheel, I just feel good. The company's full name, I'm not going to try to pronounce it, I'll butcher it, but it translates directly to Child's Dream, and that's just what it feels like every time I sit in this thing now. Oh. Japanese spec hole in the roof. And that's really it so far. Simple mods for a simple car. We're going to keep with that theme. Thanks for watching. Next time we'll get into doing some actual work. See you then.